Hello everyone, welcome to the Rule of Three podcast, episode number 2. First of all, I wanted just to tell you guys where you can find the podcast. We are on YouTube and Spotify at the moment. Possibly, what's it called? Apple Podcasts soon.
Yeah, when we can figure it out.
Crazy support. Thank you everyone for the support. And I think that's about it. Oh, the delay of this podcast is due to Lachlan
Wanting to travel the world.
wanting to travel. Not even the world. It's just Australia.
8 hours down south.
But wait, are you doing anything this weekend? I swear, if you're leaving.
When are we doing it again? When are you wanting to do the next one?
Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and next Wednesday.
Yeah, that's fine. What's the weekend?
But
gonna
we
do?
also
I
want
don't know.
the set.
Oh, we want to build.
We're upgrading the set.
We want to
Yeah,
build
sorry.
a wall.
Yeah.
That's not happening this weekend.
What's happening?
I'm in Mora on
Oh
Saturday,
god, he is.
and then I got my little nephew's first birthday on Sunday, and then
First
working on Monday.
birthday?
Yeah.
He won't remember.
No. That's what I said.
Okay, no, that's fine.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, let's get into the podcast.
So I don't know if you've done any of them, like sort of like food challenges growing up. Like, do you know how you got like the cinnamon challenge and the chili challenge
No,
and stuff
I
like
know
that?
them though. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
I
chili
never
challenge?
did one.
The chili challenge, you got like, so cinnamon challenge is like a spoonful of,
Yeah.
same thing with chili powder.
Oh right, okay.
So
yeah,
it's
go
just
on,
like
go on.
burns as well as like coughing up and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So have you ever seen Jake's vlog of me doing the challenge of the nachos?
This is what we're talking about today.
Oh, the hottest chip.
The hottest
he
chip?
told me about it today.
Oh my god,
I
that is
haven't
probably
seen
the
it,
worst
though.
thing I've done. That was like they were literally like he brought out the box of chips and he was like, everyone's gonna try one. So I pulled one out, being the first as always, like fucking just do it. Ate it and I was like, fuck, that's hot. Like sat down, like mouth's on fire. Everyone's having these little like nibbles of it, like literally breaking the tiniest bit off. And they were like, look, have another one. I was like, all right, have another one. And he brings out the gummy bear and there's like a
Little
nitro gummy bear, like chops it in half, and me and him have half of it. And then he's like dying, and I'm dying. We're like, oh, and I've still got all the dust from the nachos on my hand, and I've literally just rubbed my eye, and I swear I could have cried. Like it was the worst pain. And then it was all over, and there was just this big box of Doritos left. And him and the cousin Bailey were just like, "Look, you got to eat the whole box."
What,
I was
the
like,
hot one.
Okay,
The hot
okay,
ones.
to be fair, I didn't have anything to do with it.
Well,
because
to
I
be
was
fair, actually, it was
dying.
my idea, but
Yeah, and then
it always is.
It was his idea, and he goes, let's build on this. Jake, how much would you give me to finish this? I was like, I'll give you 100.
And then Bailey was like, I'll give you 50. So it was like $150. Finished the whole box.
Was it worth it?
I sat there and ate the whole thing. And at about 2 a.m. the next morning, I woke up and my insides felt like they were burning like out. I was like literally on the verge of going to hospital because my insides were in absolute agony. And I made the challenge myself. I was like, I got to finish the whole box. I'm not allowed milk. I'm not allowed water. So I'm just like... And then we read the box afterwards. On the back of the box in big, bold letters, it says, do not consume. You're supposed to lick the flavour off the chip and just like let your mouth burn.
Wait, is that
and not
actually-
eat it. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's just like, do not consume. And I ate the whole box.
No, surely not. Surely you have
That's
to
what it is.
eat
If you Google it, it's like everyone just licks it and like they just die from licking it. It was hectic. It was like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, but Taylor was telling the story, and she was saying that she woke up because she just heard, oh!
I was in so much pain. I was in agony. I was like, I am going to die tonight.
Oh, that was gold.
I was sculling more water and more. It made me feel worse.
If
Yeah,
you guys are
fuck
on
that.
YouTube, I'll put the link to it in the description if you want to watch it. It is funny as
It is funny.
he's
Yeah, I'll
eating.
watch it.
He's eating, and I think he takes a bite, and I think it must have been the last chip, and like this tiny little piece falls on the floor, and I'm recording him like, hey, you dropped a piece, and he's just like, it's great. We got to do more stuff like that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'd probably do something like
try
that.
it?
Yeah.
Do it for the vlog.
So with my birthday party coming up, I'm turning 21. With my birthday party coming up, we're doing pub golf and we're going to get smashed. So on on par with that, I guess you'd say.
On par. I
On
get
par?
it. Golf term.
I didn't even know. I'm just too good at this. It just rolls off the tongue.
You should start a podcast.
We
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some drunk moments we've had in our lives? Because I feel like we're gonna have one after. Oh, what is it? 2-3 weeks from now.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
no, not this weekend. Next weekend.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But
so-
they will hear it in about 3 weeks. Yeah. So, what are your worst drunk moments? Because I can honestly say, I don't drink anymore because of these moments. Lachlan has a few too many.
So everyone else has to have a few too many.
Okay, so do you want to start off, or do you want me to start off with one of mine?
You go. You go. I'll just build off it.
Okay, so one of our sponsors, which will be sponsoring our next podcast, is the Salty Blonde. She had a party in this very house.
When she turned 2. Told
The
Salty Blonde
The
turned
business
2.
turned to.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Not her herself.
Now, I wasn't into drinking because I had already made mistakes before and I just didn't like drinking. I had the taste. But no, Lachlan pushed me to
Hey,
drinking. Oh, one more.
It was fun.
Yeah, so I ended up drinking heaps. Mum and Dad left because Lachlan begged them
I
to.
actually snuck them through the laundry door out the house
So I
and
was like-
made them leave.
I said to Mum and Dad, look, I will probably drink, but I want to go home with you. No, Lachlan gets rid
I
of it.
think this was about 1 p.m. when they left.
So
I think it was about-
I know no one at the party.
I think it was about
Right.
11 p.m. when Jake left.
Was it?
It was about that.
Honestly, I don't know.
Fuck.
Yeah, but when I drink, because I've already told you this, I don't sip. I have to scull it because I just hate the taste. I probably had like 30 different drinks that night. Yeah. So the night goes on. I'm sculling drinks. I get pretty tipsy and I walk in through this room. Oh, not this room.
That room.
That room. And I go to the toilet and this guy's standing there and I was like, hey, once I get out of here, I'm smashing that jar and you're smashing that jar. And it was just one of those massive jars with one of those taps. So you could flip the tap, pour out some, close the tap. Do you know what
Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah. So,
Plastic?
I have no idea where this is going.
this is how I got so smashed.
Is it plastic?
Oh, you mean smashing as in like drinking?
Yeah.
I thought you meant
Oh.
smashing them.
No, sorry.
I was like, what are you doing to smash
No.
my shit for?
no. So I chugged a whole like massive glass jar that was full of all the drinks.
Yeah.
And I said to the other guy, I don't even know if he
And
did
I
it
filled
because-
them drinks up too. It was like a bottle of vodka in each one with like juice.
Yeah.
Like,
But but Taylor topped up the red one, which I sculled because it was her favourite. So I picked it up and I was sculling it. Each glug, I can't remember. So
Each glug.
I remember like 10 seconds here and there throughout the night. Someone was vlogging the whole thing, but I deleted all the footage because it was just
Oh.
horrendous.
and at some point throughout the night, we came inside and all I heard was screaming. I just heard shouting and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I walked into the other room and I opened the door and he was in there with his cousin and he had pulled...
That sounds really weird.
He had pulled the door handle off the door so they couldn't open the door to get out. He had broke the door handle. So they were literally just in there. They were like, we've been in here for like 20 minutes.
And the worst thing is, I went back into that room.
Yeah,
later,
and locked
I was
himself in.
Where's the doorknob? No, but the first time I went in there was because
He
Taylor,
lost his shirt.
Yeah, I still don't know where my
Yeah,
shirt.
he came with a shirt, left without one. No, left with mine, should I say. No, actually, no, he gave it me back before he got in the Uber.
Did I?
Yeah.
Very
You
kind
took
of
your
you.
shirt off in the middle of the street and got in the Uber, and I think the Uber was kind of like,
I do remember.
what is going on?
I do remember
he Indian?
how I got.
Nah,
He wasn't Indian,
I'm
but he's
joking.
got an
I'm
Indian accent.
joking.
Oh, he was Indian.
Of course he was.
Yeah, the reason I got stuck in that room was because I walked in because I was like, what, is my Uber here yet? And my cousin Dane, the one I always talk about,
Yeah.
he was waiting for me out the front and I'm staring at him through the window and I'm like, oh crap. I turn around, my cousin's there, closes the door and holding it. And she's like, you have to stay. And I was like, no, I gotta go. And I grab the handle, falls off. I'm just sitting there like traumatized, watching my cousin just look around, jump in the Uber and just drive off. And then when I ended up going home, I remember getting out of the Uber and going, why is my house so far away? I was just at the end of the lawn. It wasn't even that far. But I remember running and then just face planting, then lifting up and I'm in bed. And I'm like, what?
He spewed
And
in
then
his own bed.
And then I sprayed spew everywhere. It was terrible.
He woke up in the morning, he'd spewed in his bed, he had a black eye, and no one knows how he had a black eye. He'd woke up, and it was a big black eye, till we all went over in the morning, and Jake's was like eating breakfast, and his eyes like half closed, and it's all black. Oh my god.
Hence the reason I don't like to drink that much.
Fair enough.
All right.
Well, following on from the black eye, I got a pretty funny...
Oh, yes. Yes. I think you're talking about Hillary's?
Oh, everything happens at Hillary's.
Okay.
Bar 1 is the place to be. Was the place
New
to
Year's
be.
Eve? Is this the one?
No, there's a different one.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
couple. There's a couple.
All right.
But I was really, really drunk at one of our friends' 21st at Bar 1, and we were all leaving. I think it was like 5 a.m. when it closed.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
And we were outside, and one of my mates is there. We're there with them all, and look over, and his girlfriend is like hell drunk, like leaning against like one of the brick walls. And as he's leaning against it, there's a guy just stood up against her with his hands like either side of her head, like shouting at her. And I was like, who the hell is this guy? And I like overheard him going like, get in my Uber, let's go. And I was kind of like, what is going on? So I kind of like nudged my mate, like, I think that guy's trying to get your girlfriend in the Uber.
Yeah.
And I kind of like walked over with my mate thinking, yeah, I'm super tough. Like walked over. My mate kind of like nudged him being like, what the fuck are you doing? And they're just like shouting at each other for ages. And this guy just goes, what the fuck are you going to do about it? And I was like, ugh, like just like over his shoulder, like, yeah.
I just want to quickly say we're all 5'8" and below.
Yeah, well, I'm so small. Like, I know my friend was literally like 6'2", so I'm just like acting hell tough next to him. So and this guy's just like, yeah, and I was like, what are you gonna do about it? And he just punched me straight in the face, and I was kind of just like, oh yeah, fuck. Like I was just so out of it, like so drunk, he just punched me square in the face, like blood just pissing out of my mouth. And I was like, I am not as tough as I think I am.
Yeah, you always notice that after you get hit.
Oh,
I've never been hit.
Never been hit.
No.
Try.
No, I'm good.
You
I
actually
like
kind
my
of realise
teeth.
after you get hit the first time, you kind of realise that you're not made of glass. You
Yeah.
can get hit multiple times.
Not me.
Yeah,
My
I think
teeth
you are. I
always-
think you are made of glass.
My teeth always seem to fall out.
It was literally like after Jake had his like incident at Levers in October, that Christmas it was Christmas Eve, and I went to Bar 1. And while we were in Bar 1, no, we didn't even make it into Bar 1. We were in Scarborough, and we got an Uber to Bar 1, so we're at Hillary's, and as we got out of the Uber, Taylor was like fighting with her friends, so we kind of like walked down to like the Rottnest Ferry bit, like round the side, like it held dark alleyway, like the only dark place. The thing, we kind of just like stood there talking, and these 5 guys just like walk past us. And one of them goes, "Going on," kind of thing, and I was like, "These guys look dodgy. I'm just gonna be quiet. Like for once in my life, I'm just gonna be quiet."
Yeah.
And as I was quiet, and then one of the other guys said, "Look at this! Like cunts nowadays don't even fucking say hi." And I turned around and I was like, "What's going on?" And then one of them was just like, "Nah, fuck you." The other one was like, "Oh, fuck your bitch." And I was like, "Oh, fuck, here we go." So I just walked over. I was like, "What?" And there's like 5 guys all turned around. I was just like, "What?" And then before I knew it, there's like 3 of them on top of me, just non-stop. Like I kind of like jumped up. I'm just swinging my arms, and I'm just getting punched in the face every 2 seconds. Like it was so funny, so bad. But it was like literally like 3 o'clock in the morning, like police everywhere kind of thing. And I'm just like,
Wait,
broke my nose.
Didn't Taylor knock someone out?
No, so we were like there, and like, so I had like a full broken nose, like a big gash in my chin, like a big cut. There was like blood everywhere, and I'm still so drunk, can't feel a thing. Like, didn't even know I'd been hit, kind of thing. And these guys are all running around going like, "She fucking knocked out our mate," and this guy is just like flat out in the middle of the floor.
Was it you?
No, he was just flat out in the middle of the floor, and not a single person touched him. And they checked it. They checked the security. All checked the CCTV, and the cunt like passed out from like drugs or something. So the ambulance came and like took him away. He literally just like walking, and he just like,
So
like
tripped
we were all
over.
fighting like 10 meters away, and this guy like lies on the floor and passes out.
So good.
And Taylor's getting the full blame, like, "She punched him." And I'm like, "There's no way she punched him." He was like the big dude as well. Oh, it was so funny.
That's golden.
Yeah.
It's good. I don't have any drunk stories that I remember as my most drunk stories.
As you remember.
I've got a pretty hectic party story, but I want to leave that for a later episode because it's fucking exposing.
Exposing.
It's very exposing.
So
Like
he wants
exploding.
more people to watch to then
Yeah.
tell.
Just
He
wait.
wants to
just
expose
wait.
himself to more people.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not keen for it, but it's so funny.
Well, I do have one more I can talk about of you and Taylor being drunk.
Oh yeah, nice.
So
This is a
Sin-
regular occurrence. This isn't even like a bad drunk
Yeah.
story.
yeah. No, so I obviously I don't drink. So obviously I become the Uber as every 16, 17-year-old that's just newly get their license.
Was
I'm
it that
20,
was it
nearly
that long
21.
ago?
No. This was like when I was 19. So I dropped Taylor and Lachlan off at a party.
A 21st.
A 21st. I'm pretty sure
It
I've
was-
logged on the way.
It was at the top of the rendezvous, so we were balling. We were wearing like full like suits and everything. Champagne and
Fuck
beers
yeah.
were all free. So we
Yeah,
were just
that's
like,
right, that's
it was
right.
all free.
That's
So
ideal.
I took Taylor and Locke there, dropped them off, then I went home. Get a call 10:30 maybe?
Maybe it was
And-
It started at like 1.
Yeah, and I picked them up from a friend's house. They jump in the car, laughing their heads off. They're both smashed. And then, Taylor jumps in the back. She just passes out, goes to sleep. Lachlan just sits there going, I want to bash that guy at your leavers. And I was like, thanks, man. He's like, I love you. I was like, thanks a lot. I love you too.
As I said, the booze is free.
No, but we ended up getting here to this house. Oh, we're doing this at Locke's house. This is a room. But we rock up here. I'm like, okay, ready to go, guys. And Locke's just sitting there like, yeah, thanks, Jake. Taylor leans out of the car and just vomits everywhere. I don't even know if you can remember this.
Yeah, by letterbox.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Taylor vomits everywhere. Lachlan then goes, oh, no. I was like, Lachlan, I need help. She's vomiting everywhere. This is disgusting. Lachlan gets out of the car and he goes, I'll do it. Walks over, goes, oh.
And we're both just at one end of Jake's car, like vomiting everywhere.
And I'm like, come on, guys. Taylor's wetting herself laughing. She falls to the ground. Lachlan goes, oh, go and open the door. Goes and opens the door. I pick Taylor up, getting vomit all over me.
Good
It's
brother.
disgusting. And I chuck them both inside, close the door, and leave. It was pretty putrid.
I came home from a night out once and Harry's car was out the front. And I got home and I was like, oh, and I woke, actually, we'll skip to the next morning because I don't actually remember doing it. I walked out the front and I was like, what is that all over the floor? And it was like it was a full kebab in vomit. It was just a vomited up kebab out the front of Harry, right in front of Harry's car. And all the chunks were just all over the front of his car.
That
He
is
rocked
just-
out the biggest car up and he's like, what the fuck's wrong with my car? I was like, no idea.
So it was probably you, but you don't think,
Probably.
you don't know.
It was most likely me. So what is the most disgusting thing a girl could do to turn you completely away?
My honest to God, my biggest fear, more than spiders, is
Pussy.
His pussy.
is a vagina.
Jake loves dick.
No, if I date a girl and then I find we get to that stage and she whips out her dick, I'll just be so freaking mortified.
I think everyone would be turned off by
Surely,
that.
I just feel like there would be way more. What's the word?
Realistic.
No, way more.
Gross stuff.
No, fuck, I'm losing it.
Disturbing.
No.
Dude, if you've fallen in love with someone, imagine you fell in love
No
with
warnings.
Taylor.
I just feel like there'd be warnings before getting to that
No,
point
no,
that
but
she
what
has
if
a dick.
What if there wasn't? What if you've fallen in love with Taylor and then she's just gone, oh yeah, I've got a dick, by the way. And you're about to propose and she goes, oh, I've got a dick. You would be mortified.
How would you get to the point of proposing if you didn't know she had a dick already?
Yeah.
Or not proposing, it's like,
I
don't know,
I think this is probably one of the weirdest things that's ever gone through your head.
nah.
You're thinking
nah,
about dicks too much.
I thought about it too much when I was in bed. I was like,
What dicks?
I was, yeah, let's go with that.
Jake was just scrolling through Pornhub. Nah, not my thing.
It's a new fear.
That or spiders.
I don't know
You
what.
just don't go to Thailand.
What?
I'll keep it away.
Well,
Yeah,
all right.
my skirt
Locke,
shows
what's
all the
your biggest turn off then?
Actually, I didn't even think of one before I asked that question.
You thought that asked.
I'd say smoking. Smoking's a clear one for me.
Oh yeah, no. I've gotten with girls who smoke and it's fucking disgusting.
Hey, Tommy.
No, just tasting
Just
it in in her breath. Oh
Hey,
no.
you awake? Wanna fuck? Harder, daddy.
Okay, it's gone too long. It's gone too long. Shut up.
Well, that's just fucked.
Okay, let me just explain. We've just bought some Halloween stuff for the Halloween special, and this thing just keeps talking for some reason. That's it. That's the context. We move on. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching / listening to the Rule of 3 podcast. Remember, you can watch / listen to this YouTube and Spotify. So
Yeah, should be getting it out every week.
yeah, we're
hopefully.
gonna try every week now.
Boost them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully every Wednesday.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
What's the difference between me and cancer?
What? What's the difference?
My daddy didn't beat cancer.
Okay.
Game over.
That's your joke.
How's that a dad joke?
It's more like a
Oh, true.